Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Hellhunter Anti-Nomen. This is a remake of part 2, and I'm actually glad that I am redoing this because if you saw the comments on part 1, Tankerwriter found, I hope I'm pronouncing that right by the way, found the video and explained what the sounds were when you're hitting Dracula. And he said that they are bats that fly around Dracula that protect him, but that's not described in the game. I don't like the way that question came out in the first part. Unfortunately, I don't like the way I asked it. But we're back with part 2, and we are going to play the game.
You're back in the map.
So, we looked at this area in part 1. If you want to see what this area looks like, you can watch part 1. And, one thing I do notice, I will point out, is, the looping of these room ambiances could be fixed. If you listen, you can hear when the room tone starts over.
Chalice. Dracula.
But, no big deal, but just thought I would point that out. So, we are going to go to Dracula, let him kill us, and play.
Alien.
Skip that, because we've already heard it.
The battle begins.
Just attack me, Dracula. I want to play the story, like the main story, so let's go.
Alien is defeated. Seems like this is the end.
I really like
it is
this
a
track.
battle that Alien can't win. In the end, he loses his strength, and Dracula slowly gets close to him. Dracula's red eyes light up. A few seconds later, Alien's sight gets distorted. The room behind the Lord of Darkness comes alive. The throne morphs into an infernal beast. The room gets dark and populated by creatures, where before there was only the furniture of the room. Alien's psyche is one. Dracula stands before him and, with his claw, he causes a horrible scratch to Alien's torso.
Ow.
His blood flows copiously. In Dracula's hand, there's an incorporeal substance. It's Alien's Dampier essence. In terror, he searches for an opening from where to escape, and, with a last glimpse of lucidity, Alien rushes toward the stained glass window. While those creatures are tugging at him, he jumps and smashes the window, falling into the sea. Before his Dampier powers disappear, Alien uses them to avoid a fatal landing, but still he faints a few moments later among the waves.
All right.
Alien opens his eyes, and all around there's a quiet coast. Despite his regeneration powers, he's in bad condition. Besides this, he's tired, hungry, and completely wet. Alien needs to know where he is, but the mist doesn't help. You have reached Misty Coast. Floating gem.
All right. So, we have floating gem. Okay, I'm back.
C. Floating gem.
So let's look at the floating gem.
Alien notices a gem which is suspended above the ground. He could swear that nothing was there before, as if it materialized just a few moments ago. If he focuses on the gem, his consciousness slips inside it. Apparently, he can register his memories inside it. If he focuses on it again, Alien will be able to save the game. C. C. Alien lost basically all of his equipment, and most of it has been engulfed by the sea. He can't see anything on the surface, so there's no point wasting more time.
Alright.
Distant promontory. Elian can see Dracula's castle on the edge of that distant promontory.
Oh no.
But if he can see it, then it's not far enough for Dracula. He might send his army to finish Elian. So he decides to travel inland as soon as possible and find a safe place for the moment.
Okay.
Blood. There's a lot of blood. Too much. Even if the wounds are regenerating, Elian is still bleeding. He has to hurry.
Okay.
Saving point.
Now this is one thing I do like.
You saved the game.
I don't know if you heard, but when you hit that save point, when I hit that save point,
You saved the game.
you get the heartbeat. Because in this game, unlike Blind Quest and Fury Driver, some save points in this game give you full health. They heal you. Not all of them, but some of them. And that is something I really do like. Especially in some later parts.
To inland. Sea.
And we
To
will go
in-
to the inland.
As Elian travels inland, the mist becomes more dense. Besides this, his sight gets blurry. After a while, he finally sees something among the mist. Some wooden building, apparently. Perhaps he can find something useful. You have reached Misty area, houses 1.
Okay.
Wooden building 1.
Now, I don't know why it does this. Because you heard it make the sound like he was searching through the building. And on screen I can visually see that the text is there. But I have to hit control again.
Elian checks inside. But nothing he finds is useful.
And then he reads it. I didn't have that happen on the iOS version. I don't know why that's happening. It's happened in a couple other places too. I don't remember off the top of my head where. But I'll remember when we get to them.
Medical kit.
Actually, I think it was with one of the first boss fights. But let's go to the medical kit. These are good for you. Oh, it did it again. I don't remember it doing that here yesterday. It's the same thing. It played the sound and the text came up, but no speech.
A medical kit. Elian is not interested in the tools inside it. What draws his attention is a transfusion bag. Dampiers drink blood, even if they are not attached to human blood like vampires. They can drink any kind of blood, and since the owner of this kit probably won't reclaim it, Elian will take it. In these conditions, blood would be a mere palliative. The best use of it is in battle to regain strength. Among Dampier's innate powers is the capacity to extract blood and store it into a crystallization of power. Like a vial, which is more practical in battle. In any case, Elian gets 3 blood vials.
And as you saw in the fight with Dracula, blood vials are good for you.
Wooden building 2. Inside the building
didn't do it
there's
that
some
time.
rubbish. The only interesting thing is a rope. To the coast.
Oh, nope, I did not want to go there.
You have reached to in.
That's what happens when you don't pay
You
attention.
have reached met to the 2 houses
Let me
2.
just make
Wooden
sure.
building 2 houses 2.
Now I don't get why they call these houses 1 and houses 2, because you don't see any houses in the map. You just see some what seem like abandoned buildings.
There are other wooden
maybe.
buildings proceeding further, even some lumber, but no trace of people, not even of monsters. The silence is deafening. Elian barely hears the sound of his steps. In front of him, there's a dense wall of mist.
I mean, unless those buildings...
You have reached Misty area. Houses, too.
Unless those buildings are houses. But also, a couple things I forgot to point out that I do like about this compared to Blind Quest 1 and Fury Driver. in those games, you if you sit there, you normally get the message to press tab to move. This one, it doesn't tell you press left or right to move, which I like. Because if I'm either doing a stream or I have to stop and check something, I may not want it to always bring that up. Also, what I like is that it doesn't always repeat, blow on the left, blow on the right. I like that you just hear the enemy sound, dodge, attack. Honestly, on Blind Quest and on the one Hellhunter demo, it was kind of hard to follow what was going on over him announcing where the attacks were coming from. So, let's continue.
Wooden Building 3. Nothing interesting, even here. Wait, actually, there's a sack. Now that Elian lost his bag, he will need something to store his inventory. It's a bit dirty, but solid enough to prove useful, so Elian takes it. Now he needs a rope to make it more practical. Lumber. Wooden Building 4.
We will come back to the lumber.
Inside it, there's some rusty pots. Nothing really useful, anyway. To houses 1. Wall of mist. A very dense wall of mist blocks the way. Elian wants to check around before proceeding anyway, so it's not a problem at the moment.
Okay.
Wooden build to
We're going to go back.
You have reached medical kit. Wooden Building 2.
And get the rope.
Since inside the building there's a rope, Elian takes the rope, and now the sack is ready to be transported and to store the items he will collect. Now he has to explore around to have a better idea of where he is and to decide his next destination. To the coast, 2 houses 2.
Alright. We will go back.
You have reached Misty area. Lumber.
I'm gonna look at the lumber. One thing I do wish, too, is that whenever I start arrowing, I wish it would just interrupt that last thing, like you have reached Misty Area 2, or whatever it may be. Because sometimes it's confusing when the first item speaks, it says where you've reached, and then you don't know, like, if hitting the arrow registered that you're on the next item, or what. So, let's look at the lumber.
Lumber. To gather that much lumber, it would be necessary to have the presence of a forest nearby. Elian is starting to have a better idea of where he is. The wall of mist has meanwhile dissolved. Sounds like it's time to proceed.
Alright.
Wooden Building 4. To houses 1. To the Misty Area Center.
We will go to the Misty Area Center.
The buildings end here. Elian now has an idea of where he is. The werewolf's forest should be nearby. He might be attacked at any moment. He checks his jacket and notices with surprise the silver dagger is still there. The only thing he didn't lose, and the one he needs now the most. Elian takes a look at the dagger and remembers the last journey he took in that forest years ago. Back to the time, in the middle of his career, he was hunted by a herd of werewolves and their alpha. Elian still remembers the poor shape the alpha was in when Elian sliced his bust with the dagger and he ran away with his herd. Actually, the same thing happened to Elian some time ago. If he meets them now, they would try to avenge themselves, tasting his blood drop by drop. The few he still has. As Elian walks distractedly, he raises his head and suddenly he's already inside that forest. He would recognize it among thousands. When did this happen? You have reached Misty Area Center.
Okay.
Saving point. You saved the game.
I'll hit the save point. Those are good for you.
Corpse. A corpse lies on the ground. Great. Just what Elian didn't want to see. His body is covered in slashes. Probably due to werewolves, he supposes. To houses, too. To the left path. To the right path. Saving point. To the left path.
Go to the left path.
It's quite silent here. Just more mist. Yet, Elian can't think it's anything but a bad omen. You have reached Misty bushes.
Look at the bushes.
Those bushes are quite high. High enough to obstruct Elian's sight. Only the path is safe. Getting ambushed while trying to pass through bushes would be suicide. Mannequin. An eerie and lifeless mannequin lies on the ground. It's sat in the middle of nothing, and the head is bent towards the field. Trees. A bunch of trees blocks the path. The view is completely obstructed.
Okay.
To Misty area. Bushes.
We can only go through the right path if we want to proceed.
You have reached to the right path.
So that's where we will go.
Elian is surrounded by trees and bushes. Some wolves hide in the surroundings, but he senses their presence. There's a sign on a tree. How strange.
Yes, it is.
You have reached Misty. Wolf. The battle begins. 100% life points.
Alright, he's
The
gone.
battle ends. Elian gains 90 experience points. Sign. Chopped up tree. A chopped up tree with an axe lodged in it. It's quite bulky for Elian. The silver dagger is way more effective on wolves and werewolves. Faster and more practical. To Misty area center. To the next sign. To the next area.
I am curious, I haven't tried.
The path is hindered by some branches. Before proceeding and risking an ambush, Elian thinks it's a good idea to look around some more.
So we have to read the sign.
Sign.
And that's what we're going to do. I have to go take care of something real quick. Okay, guys, I am back.
Chopped sign.
And we are going to look at the sign.
Elian checks the sign. It says, "Don't turn around."
Oh, no.
As he finishes reading, he starts to hear a lot of barking and snarling behind him. Is it the pack of werewolves of the Alpha, perhaps? Elian thinks that it's not a good idea to turn around, and gathers pace. The key is to not change the direction in which he goes. If he goes forward, then it must be forward. If he goes backwards, then it must be backwards. The path to the next area is free now. When did that happen?
Okay, so if you remember part 1, you remember what Meta Guy said. So that means after reading this sign, that means if you hit right arrow, you only navigate by right arrow. Don't use left arrow. And same, if you start navigating with left arrow, don't use right arrow. I will show you once what happens if you turn around, and then we'll actually play.
Chopped up tree.
So I hit right arrow, then I hit left arrow.
Suddenly, Elian turns around without thinking too much about it. The herd was way closer than he could ever imagine. He doesn't even have the time to realize that he is already surrounded and swarmed by countless wolves and werewolves. He barely manages to stab the heart of one of them, just 1 second before being disarmed and knocked to the ground. Bite after bite rips Elian's skin apart. His screams feed their bloodlust. The wolves are content to lick the pool of blood, which is quickly spreading. The strongest werewolves of the herd can go away with one of Elian's limbs still stuck between their jaws. Finally, the Alpha arrives and sneers as he watches the scene. He quickly gets closer, and, before he loses consciousness, Elian can see the Alpha ripping his heart with its fangs and chewing it greedily. Press the left arrow to load the last saved game. Press the right arrow to go back to the main menu.
Now, one thing I don't really like about this particular screen...
Press the left arrow to load the last saved game.
If you sit here, it keeps repeating that message.
Press the right arrow to go back to the main menu.
Yes, I'm going to hit left arrow so you'll be quiet. But...
You have reached Misty area. Center.
I wish you didn't keep repeating that over and over, because sometimes, I may not be near it, or I may be trying to take care of something else real quick. Not a big deal, but something that I hope gets changed in either the next update or in Hellhunter 2.
Saving point. Use corpse to house it to the left, to the right part.
So
Elian is surrounded by trees and bushes.
Because we've heard that.
You have reached Wolf.
Fight.
The battle begins.
Fight Mr. Wolf again. Kindly die, thank you.
The battle ends. Elian gets sign. Elian checks the sign. It says...
Alright, we'll skip that. And now we'll actually play.
Chopped up tree. To Misty area. To the next area. Sign. Chopped up to the next area. The growls behind Elian are increasing. He knows he doesn't have to turn around for any reason. Some werewolf has anticipated the herd and blocks Elian's way, along with some wolves. You have reached Misty Area 3. Wolf. The battle begins.
Nice doggies.
The battle ends. Elian gains 90 experience points. Elian increases his experience level. Press control to...
Nice.
Medical kit.
I'll take it.
There's a medical
blood vials.
kit. Elian checks for transfusion bags and finds 2 of them inside. He gets 2 blood vials.
All right.
Werewolf. The battle begins.
Oh! That was my fault. I was supposed to dodge back, and I dodged left.
The battle ends. Elian gains 100 experience points. Elian gets blood vial. Press
I'll take it.
medical kit. Scratched tree. The tree is covered in scratches, as if it was for fun or anger. To the previous area. To the next area. Medical kit. To the next... More werewolves are ambushing Elian. The growls behind him are getting louder. There are 2 paths in front of him. The one on the right is blocked by wooden planks. The one on the left is free. Where's the Alpha, anyway? You have reached Misty Area for Werewolf. The battle begins. Less than 75% life.
Okay.
The battle ends.
Good for now.
Elian gains 100 experience points. Press rock tree.
Oh! Dang it. I forgot. I'm not supposed to turn around. And that's exactly what I did.
Suddenly, Alien turns around without thinking too much about
This
it.
part you can, though.
Press the left arrow to load the last saved game. You have reached Misty area. Save you to house it. To the left, to the right path.
Now let's actually do what I'm supposed
Alien
to.
is
And not turn
surrounded
around.
by trees and bushes. Some wolves.
See what happens
You
when
have
you don't
reached
pay attention
wolf.
to the game? Wait, wrong thing.
Battle begins. 100% life points. The battle ends. Alien gains 90 experience. Sign. Chopped up. Sign. Alien. Chopped to Misty air. To the next.
Alright. To
The
next
growls behind Alien are
Skip.
increasing. You have reached Wolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien gains 90 experience points.
increased my
Alien
experience.
increases
Yep.
medical kit. There's a werewolf. The battle begins. The battle ends.
Kindly die.
Alien gains medical kit. Scratch tree. To the previous. To the next air. Medical. To the next. More werewolves are ambushing Alien. You have reached werewolf.
Now let's not turn around
Battle
this time.
begins.
That's what kept getting me the first time I played this game.
The battle
was I would pass
ends.
something, and rather than just having it wrap around,
Alien gains
try to do
100 experience points. Alien gets
the convenient thing and just turn around,
Rock.
and then I would die.
a rock. It's a bit of a weird rock in this location. Tree. This tree is familiar. There was a lonely tree in the middle of the path, according to Alien's memory. As he watches the tree, more than once its location seems to shift a few centimeters. But maybe that's just because he's in a hurry. To the previous area, to the left path. To the right, werewolf. The battle begins.
Well, hey, I'm getting some experience. I know it's going to take a while,
The
but
battle
eventually,
ends.
from what I've heard, if you get
Alien gains 100.
a certain amount of experience points, you get some hidden bosses. I unfortunately don't remember how many experience points you need, though.
Rock, tree. To the previous, to the left, to the right. Rock, to the right path. The path is blocked by wooden planks. Who the heck nailed them to those trees anyway?
I don't know.
Alien's silver dagger is not enough. Or in any case, it would take far too much time, and he would be caught by the herd.
And I would die.
Alien saw an axe somewhere before. It should be perfect for the task. Rock, tree. To the previous area.
We have to go here.
You have reached wolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien medical kit. Werewolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien gains 1 medical kit. Scratch tree to the previous.
I think it's here, I want to say.
You have reached Misty area 2. The battle begins. The battle ends.
Victory!
Alien gains
Wait, wrong
90. Sign. Chopped up tree. That axe will prove useful to break the wooden planks after all. Despite his reluctance, Elian takes the axe. To Misty area center. To the next area.
Let's go to the next area.
You have reached Misty Wolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien medical kit, werewolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien gains 100. Medical kit. Scratch tree. To the next area.
We will go to the next area.
You have reached Misty Werewolf. The battle begins.
Monster, you're not gonna attack me. Screw off. Thank you.
The battle ends.
Did I get a...
Alien gains 1.
Nope.
Rock. Tree. To the left path, to the right path. Alien gets the axe and chops the planks with a few blows. Now hurry, before the herd comes. Alien doesn't hear any more growls behind him. He managed to lose the herd, yet a few last werewolves appear here. You have reached Misty Area 5.
And now you don't have to worry about just going one way.
Save to Misty saving point. You saved the game.
Okay.
Bones. It's not possible to determine the cause of death. Probably not a good one.
You don't say. It's a pile of bones. That usually wouldn't be good.
Werewolf. The battle begins. The battle ends. Alien gains 100 experience points. Alien gets blood vial.
Alright, I'll take it.
Saving point. Bones. Very old tree. An incredibly old tree. Just as he remembers. Wait. Actually, Alien doesn't remember anything about an old tree in the werewolf's forest. What does that mean?
I don't know. What?
To Misty Area 4. To Misty Area 6. Saving point.
We'll continue.
Alien is about to exit the forest. The last obstacle is in front of him. The alpha werewolf. No one else is there. Alien might have a chance to win. You have reached mist ground. The vegetation is about to give way to rocky ground. Mountains should be visible soon. Rocks. Even the rocks are increasing, leaving little doubt about the next location. Lumber. Lumber, even here. There's probably a lumberjack house nearby. Alpha well to Misty Area 5. To outside the Misty ground. To out. Alien won't pass behind him. His gaze is more eloquent than 1,000 words.
Yep, so we
Alpha werewolf.
have to fight Alpha. Okay, now this is where it happened last time. Oh, this time even played the music, but he didn't start talking right away, so I have to hit control again.
Alien is in front of the Alpha werewolf. The scar of his dagger is there. Alpha's eyes become bloodshot and he growls wildly at Alien. His size slightly increases, as does his fangs. His claws get sharper. Then he jumps towards Alien's throat.
Oh no!
The battle begins.
So he has a deadly attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The battle ends.
Alright.
Alien gains 200 experience points. Alien gets Blood Vial. Press.
Okay, it's doing it again. The text is there, but no speech.
Alien stabs him precisely in the scar. This time, the blade reaches his heart. The Alpha finally dissolves into the mist. Now Alien can leave this place.
And I'm pretty sure I turned down the battle.
You quit. Battle 1 for 10%.
Yeah, I turned it
You're
down.
back
I don't
in the
know why I
map.
felt much louder that time.
To outside the Misty.
Alright, we will leave here.
Alien finally comes out of that place. He's at the foot of a mountain pass. In front of him there's a wooden house. From inside it he hears the noise of a crackling fire and the scent of boiling stew. Alien can't help but go towards it. You have reached Mountain Pass entrance.
And that concludes part 2 of Let's Play Hellhunter Anti-Nomen. When we come back, we will continue, see what's in the house, and what we have to do next. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.